which is what this one. Dang it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a video I have never done on my channel before. We are going to be going through my trash, and this is not a small trash bin. I have been accumulating some products for almost a year now. I've been intending to do a video like this for a very long time. I'm finally getting around to doing it. I've got a lot of hair care and body care in here, a little bit of skincare, and a little bit of makeup as well. So if you guys are curious to see what kind of items I actually use on a daily basis and have used up, what I think of them, well then hopefully you will enjoy this video. First off, I want to welcome those of you that are new to my channel. I hope that you will consider subscribing if you have not done that yet. And let's go ahead and just dig right in, shall we? So I want to start off with some hair products. Now I go through hair products probably faster than any other product out there, especially for my curly hair. It takes a lot of product to tame that frizz. And I do also want to say, I know there are a few things that I have trashed that I did not save. I sometimes forget because I film in my basement, but I actually shower and get ready up in my second floor bathroom. So this isn't a completely accurate representation of what I've used over the last 9 months to a year, but a lot of these are repurchases. So let's just jump right in. First off, this right here, this is the Aussie 3-Minute Miracle. I've loved this conditioner for years. I think it's a great drugstore affordable conditioner. I have recently changed to the L'Oreal Sulfate Free line. I'm liking it so far. I've probably been using those for about 6 months. I think they're supposed to be better for color on your hair. I'm not sure that I noticed a huge difference, but I definitely would repurchase this again. I think it is a really good drugstore conditioner, and I actually do like rotating conditioners around. I don't like using the same conditioner every single day. Next I have two hair oils. This one right here I bought at Sally's Beauty Supply. This is the one and only argan oil. I think I prefer this one. I've also tried out this one from Suave. I didn't like this one quite as much. I don't think I like the smell of it. Oh, no, it does smell good. This one is pretty old though. This is their Biotin Infusion Anti-Breakage Serum. It's basically just a hair oil. I mean, honestly, I'm not that particular about what hair oil I use, but I do use one almost every single day. So I'd probably repurchase this one over this one, even though I think this one is more affordable. This is probably around $5 or $6, whereas this one I think is about 10 bucks if you buy it from Sally's Beauty Supply. But hair oils last quite a while because you don't need very much. So this thing right here, I don't even think they make this anymore. This is the L'Oreal Curve It Taming Gel. This is the type of product I love using on my naturally curly hair, especially after I've put mousse in and kind of air dried it. I usually will have some frizz. If you guys are curious about my curly hair routine, I did do a video back in December. I'll link it for you right here if you have not seen it, and if you have been curious what I use and how I style my hair. But I love putting something like this in my hair after it is dry and I just have some remaining frizz. This is not my favorite one though. I just don't think the hold is quite as good as some of the other ones that I have tried and that I love. Garnier Fructis makes one that I prefer, that I really love. Redken Rewind is probably my very favorite one, along with the Bedhead Curls Rock, but those two are a little bit pricier, and I do use this stuff. I go through it really quickly, so I prefer something more drugstore priced. Next up, these two right here, I've gone through two of these. These are the Beyond the Zone Noodle Head. This is basically a watery gel, like a traditional hair gel. It just is a little bit more diluted and thin, I guess. I really like this for second day curls when I just want to sort of reshape my curls. I've actually been trying something out recently though that I think I like a little bit better, but up until recently, this has been one of my go-to curly hair products. You buy it at Sally's Beauty Supply. I want to say it's between $6 and $7, and you can usually find these on sale. I don't love all the products in this noodle head line, but this is probably one of my favorites, and I've tried most of them. But above anything else, what I have really come to love and rely on is a good mousse. This is my very favorite mousse. This is the Generic Value Products Paul Mitchell knockoff mousse. This is the extra body one. Actually, no, this is the just regular sculpting foam one. I prefer this one. This one is not empty. This is a new one, and I have actually gone through many of these. The last time I bought this, they had a buy one get one free sale, I believe, and I bought 6 bottles of mousse. I don't know what I did with the other 5 bottles. I should be showing you guys 6 empty bottles of mousse because I go through this stuff like crazy. I use it almost every single day. I absolutely love it. I prefer the extra body one because it does give my curls a little bit more bounce, a little bit more hold, and a little bit more body. It's very affordable. You can get it for like $6 or $7 a bottle, and they often go on sale, so I try to wait till this goes on sale and then stock up. One thing I wanted to know about this, and this is something that I have newly kind of sadly discovered about this mousse. As much as I love this, I was getting ready in my bathroom about a month or two ago. My husband was in the bathroom with me and he told me this smells like pumpkin, like raw pumpkin when you're carving pumpkins. And he didn't say it in like a good way, like, that smells like a delicious raw pumpkin. It was like, that smells weird, like a raw pumpkin. I was totally surprised by that because I think this smells a little more like sweet and coconutty, but I don't know. Now I'm a little bit self-conscious about it. I told him I was a little bit self-conscious about it, and I asked him, well, how long have you been holding out on me on that one? Like, how long have you thought my hair stunk? And he told me once it's dry, he doesn't smell it in my hair, and he said he didn't hate it, but he clearly didn't like the smell of it. And one of the things I most enjoy about a good hair product is the way it makes my hair smell. So I don't know, I don't think it smells bad, but I question myself now, and that's something maybe you should be aware of. Maybe that's one reason to splurge for the original. And I do have one of the originals right here. This is an empty regular Paul Mitchell sculpting foam. It's the one that this one is supposed to dupe. I think this one works just as well, but I do think, let's see if we can squeeze. Ooh, there's a tiny bit left in here. Okay, this one does smell way better. So if you are really in it for the smell, this one does smell better. You can definitely tell. It smells a little bit more sweet, a little bit more coconutty. And if you wait for it, you can find these on sale on Ulta's website. I think when I initially bought these, they were doing like a 2 for maybe like 3 for $21, or maybe it was buy 2 get 1 free. I'm not exactly sure. It definitely made it more affordable, but I mean, you can't beat $6 a bottle, especially if you can get these for like 25 or 50% off. So kind of a toss up there. I do like the extra body better than I like this one. This is the original flexible hold. Either way, this is my mousse of choice. I love them all, especially the one that is the extra body version. Last hair care product, and I'm also realizing now that I am sure I have more hairsprays than this, but I'll show you guys this anyways. This is the Got To Be Volume Maniac hairspray. I loved this stuff, but I can't seem to find it anywhere anymore. I need to look online and see if they sell it online somewhere. It is a great hairspray. It is a very good stronghold hairspray. It can be slightly sticky if you use too much, but if I'm going to use a hairspray, I want it to do something for me. Like a light hold hairspray, I'd rather just not use hairspray at all. But I really like this one. My kids really like this one, but since it's disappeared from the shelves, I don't have the empty here for you guys, but the one that we've been using is the Aussie hairspray, and that one is absolutely amazing as well. Let's move into some body care items. So first off, I have this tub right here. This is the Eucerin Advanced Repair Cream. I bought this about a year, it was probably about a year ago. I think I even mentioned this in a favorites video. It's basically a very rich, kind of thick moisturizer that has ceramides in it. In the wintertime, I actually like using this on my face, but in the summertime, it can be a little bit too heavy for me or a little bit greasy. It says it's made for very dry skin, but I love using this on dry areas on my body, like on my elbows or my knees, or if I have almost eczema-like patches in areas that get extra dry. It is kind of annoying that it comes in a tub. I believe they might have this in a pump. It was a little bit pricey. I want to say this whole tub was about $13 or $14, but it's a great one, and I found it to be very difficult to find like a store knockoff moisturizer that has ceramides in it. Let me know if you guys have found one, but if you have super dry skin, I do recommend this. I thought it was great. Let's talk about the body lotion, and these are just 3 of the empties that I have, but trust me you guys, there are more. Right here, this is the only body lotion I ever buy. It is the Malibu Tan Hemp Golden Glow body lotion. This does have a tiny bit of self-tanner in it, but it's not a heavy self-tanner. This is just going to give you the tiniest bit of a bronzy glow. Kind of like the Jergens one that came out initially. This does basically the same thing. It's a fraction of the price. I think you can get this for about, I think it's like $5.87 for the full bottle. I have been buying this lotion since our 10-year anniversary in 2011. Literally, I remember buying this before we went to Cancun, and I've been using it ever since. I absolutely swear by this stuff. It's not going to make you so tan that you put this on, you're like, wow, I am so incredibly tan. But trust me, especially in the wintertime, when you run out of this, if you're using something that does not have the tanner in it, you will then recognize how much this helps to keep you from looking completely translucent if you do have fair skin. So a must-have for me. I have tried a couple of other ones over the years, but I come back to this one time and time again. I actually just picked up 2 more of these at the store today. Now onto a few traditional self-tanners. Let's start out with this very nasty looking thing. I have been out of this for probably about 6 months or 7 months now. I got this at Sally Beauty Supply. It is a foaming tanning mousse. It was okay. It wasn't terrible. I didn't love it. It was a little bit messy and a little bit too olivey, kind of greeny, but this one was just a little bit messy and difficult to apply. I just don't know that now that I've tried like tanning sprays that I like the foams very much. I've been using something else right now that's kind of a spray foam, and I do like that a little bit better than the pump. I think this one's just a little bit too messy. It was also like $17, which that's getting a little uncomfortably pricey for me. I usually like my self tanner to be at or below the $10 mark, so probably won't purchase this one again. I do want to try one. I heard Taylor Wynn talking about one from Walgreens, and I looked that one up online. I think it was sold out, but it was actually quite affordable. So that's one I might give a try next. I'll try and keep you guys post it if that's something you're interested in, but I don't pretend to be an expert in self-tanning. But I do have 2 more self-tanners to show you guys. These I actually got, I think I found these in store at Walmart last summer, and I initially hated this stuff, but I learned to love it once I learned how to use it. So these are tanning waters. They do make you quite tan. It's a much more warm, almost orangey tan, so if you overdo it on these or do it too often, you're gonna look too orange. But if you just use them once a week, and if you spray these and make sure to rub them in, they give a really nice tan and they're not so messy. I could actually use these just with my bare hands as long as I wash them really well with soap and water immediately after. Unfortunately, I cannot find these anywhere. I can't find them in store or online anymore. There are other brands that do tanning waters, but they're so much more expensive. I think these were around $10 a piece, and they lasted me, one bottle would last me pretty much through the entire summer. It's unfortunate that I ran out of them both and can't find them anymore, because I think I probably would repurchase these if I could still find them. Moving into some skincare, I do have quite a bit. Starting with this is the Garnier Micellar Water. This is the one, the pink lid one, the one that is not waterproof. I actually currently am using the waterproof one. I think I do prefer the waterproof. I initially bought these two together, and I do think I prefer the one with the blue lid because there are times that I need that waterproof removability. I have this cleanser right here. This is the Equate brand cleanser that's comparable to the CeraVe one. Is it CeraVe or CeraVe? I think it's CeraVe. This is their hydrating cleanser. I do like this, but I only like it for a morning cleanse. This doesn't really work for me at night. It doesn't actually take off my makeup, and I really don't like double cleansing. So I need a cleanser that's actually going to remove my makeup in one shot. But for the morning time, I think this one is great. It doesn't strip my skin. It leaves it nice and hydrated. I did have to get used to the fact that this doesn't lather. It feels like you're washing your face with a lotion. I have tried to sample out of the CeraVe, the smaller size of the CeraVe before, and I honestly felt like this worked just as good. So another thing here from store brand Equate Beauty. This is a sunscreen, and I wouldn't recommend this one. So I got this as an alternative to the Neutrogena one to see if it was as good. It is quite a bit cheaper. I did not like it as much. This one separates a lot, so you get the white kind of chunky sunscreen that comes out with kind of the oily liquid around it. It drove me crazy, and honestly, I don't even really like the Neutrogena one that much anymore. It used to be my holy grail. I used it for years and years, but I've kind of moved over towards favoring ones that have zinc oxide in them. Although initially I didn't like the zinc oxide sunscreens because they leave a bit of a white cast on your skin, what I have found is they are not nearly as greasy feeling and looking on the skin throughout the rest of the day, and I actually think they hold up a little bit better to the actual sun. So I'm currently using one from Coppertone that has zinc in it. Don't think I would repurchase this one again. It was way too greasy, and it says it's supposed to be like their ultra sheer dry touch. I didn't think it was sheer or dry feeling. Very heavy and greasy, and not a fan. So moving from cheap store brand skincare, let's talk about some Drunk Elephant. So this is the TLC Framboos Glycolic Night Serum. I used this in combination with some other Drunk Elephant products quite a while ago. So this has actually been in my empties for several months now, and I initially used this exclusively every single night for about 2 or 3 months, and amazingly I didn't run out of it in that time. I did like this quite a bit. I think it makes my skin really smooth, but I don't know that the benefits that I saw felt superior to some of the other AHA or BHA products that I had tried. So after those 3 months, I went back to just rotating this into my skincare routine once or twice a week until I ran out of it, and I officially think I would say, although I like this product, I don't think I would repurchase this. Drunk Elephant products, while I think they're nice, I don't know that I see a big enough difference to make them worth the price for me. Now, I don't, nor have I ever claimed to be a skincare expert, but I do try to take care of my skin, but it's important for me to find ways to do that on a budget. And Drunk Elephant is just not very budget friendly for me. If I was to actually invest a little bit more into my skincare, which is something I've thought about, I would definitely look more towards doing something like Retin-A, like something that has real scientific proven results, which I know Retin-A is one of the only things that has actually been proven to work for anti-aging. So I probably would do that before I bought more products from Drunk Elephant. Again, I don't think they're bad. If you do have a higher skincare budget, it may be something that you would absolutely love, but for me, I just don't know that they didn't blow my mind. I also got these two products right here. These are their C Firm A Day Serum and their Be Hydra Intense Hydration Serum. I liked them both. I was really hoping I would absolutely love this stuff. I've heard great things about this helping with discoloration or hyperpigmentation on the skin, which is what I was hoping it would help me with. I didn't notice a huge difference in this though. I was pretty upset about that. I was hoping this would fade some of my acne marks. I'm still on the hunt to find something that will. I don't know that there is anything out there powerful enough to fade, especially like this spot right here. I am on a mission to fade this spot on my cheek, which seems to get worse and worse month by month, no matter how much I try to stay out of the sun, no matter how much sunscreen I put on it, not to mention the vitamin C serums and the rosehip seed oils and the azelaic acids that I try to put on this thing to lighten it. It just doesn't seem to want to budge. So if you guys know of any magical dark spot treatments out there, please let me know down below. And the last one is this C Tango multivitamin eye cream. I just cannot get into eye creams. I've tried a few of them and they just feel like a moisturizer to me. I don't know that I've ever seen an eye cream do something magical for my under eye area. Again, I feel like a lot of this criticism of skincare products comes from me thinking that in order for me to invest a lot of money into skincare, I want to see very obvious results, and I just don't know that there's anything out there that is going to fully meet that expectation for me. That's not to say that they're doing nothing at all. I just maybe have too high of expectations, or I just think if they're not doing a whole lot, then maybe they're not worth putting my money there. And I know many of you would totally disagree with that and say invest your money in your skincare above your makeup. Skincare is just not quite as fun as makeup, so I have a hard time investing large sums of money into my skincare. Moving on to some products from The Ordinary. I have two of these vitamin C suspension 23%. I did like these. I feel like they did as good a job of brightening up my skin as the Drunk Elephant one. I've actually scaled back on using vitamin C in favor of using azelaic acid recently, and I don't know that I notice much of a difference. Like, I don't know that vitamin C has better brightening properties for my skin than the azelaic acid that I've been using recently. So again, I feel kind of stumped. I feel like I should probably be using a product like this, but I just don't know that I see like magical things happening for me. I wish I did, but I think my expectations again are just a little bit too high. But I did like it. I would consider repurchasing this again and maybe rotating it back into my routine. I am currently using a vitamin C from Mario Badescu, and I like that one okay as well, but I don't know that I like it better, so I think this one is more affordable. I might go back to this one once I'm done with that. Last one from The Ordinary is their azelaic acid solution. This is a 10% azelaic acid, and I don't know that I liked the feel of this as much as I like the other one that I'm currently using and the one that I used many, many years back. If you guys haven't seen my other videos where I talked a little bit about my skincare kind of journey and my experience with azelaic acid, I am currently using an azelaic acid solution that has 20% azelaic acid in it. That was sent to me by a subscriber from Australia because you cannot buy over-the-counter azelaic acid in 20% in the United States. But it is supposed to be a skin brightener. I felt like this one was okay. Again, I feel like I could have used it in the vitamin C interchangeably. One benefit that azelaic acid does seem to have for me though is it does help to manage breakouts for me. So if I am using an azelaic acid pretty consistently, I don't get as many breakouts, especially kind of along my jawline area during that time of the month. It seems to kind of keep those at bay a little bit better. So I probably would consider repurchasing this one. I just wish it was in 20%. So last, I have some mascaras to go through, and I've got quite a few mascaras to go through. Honestly, there should probably be some more makeup in here. I really need to do like a thorough declutter. I know I have some old makeup sitting in my drawers that should be tossed. We'll see if I get to that this month, but for today we're going to go through a couple of mascaras that I have trashed. First off, the Maybelline Lash Sensational. I love this mascara. This is one that I really would like to repurchase again, but I have so many mascaras open. I've been gifted some mascaras. I had my Tony Moly mascaras that I have stocked up on. I have several backups in my drawer. I actually even still have a couple of BoxyCharm mascaras that I haven't even opened yet, and I stopped doing BoxyCharm like 9 months ago. It's probably going to be a while before I need to repurchase a drugstore mascara, especially one that I've already used, but I do really like this one, especially if you like a mascara that's a little bit more separating, that's not clumpy or flaky, that holds a curl, and that's super, super black. This is a great one. And kind of the opposite of that mascara, I feel like, is the Lash Sensational. Now, I do like this mascara. I really disliked how quickly this dried up for me, and I know that's a common complaint. This does give you really intense and wild looking lashes, but I also think this gives you kind of more of like a clumpy, sort of dry and flaky looking lash, whereas this gives you more like even separation. So I would say these do basically opposite things. I like them both. I like what both of them do for my lashes, but they definitely give like a different effect. Another mascara that I really, really liked, and I would have absolutely probably loved it, is the ColourPop BFF mascara, but this mascara does flake on me, especially after like 5 or 6, 7 hours, which I know is not that long. Most of us need our mascara to last for more than 6 hours. This one did flake quite a bit, but it did give really intense lashes. I love the way this looked on my lashes. It actually reminds me a little bit of the Lash Paradise. I think it might even be a little bit more dramatic and intense, but it just flaked on me, which is kind of a deal breaker when it comes to mascaras. I have in here my old It Cosmetics Superhero mascara. I actually threw this in the trash like 7 months ago, so this has been gone for a while. I've already repurchased it. One of the few high-end mascaras that I think I would continuously consider repurchasing. It's a great one, especially when you want intense lashes in 5 seconds. This is going to get you there. Another one from an old BoxyCharm. This has also been dead for a while. I think I found this. I put it in my car, I think, for a while and then forgot that it was there, and then recently pulled it back out after I cleaned my car out and found it. It's the Wander Beauty mascara. I don't even remember what it's called because it's rubbed off. I'll link it for you guys right here, but I really like this mascara. Now, it was a very natural mascara, and I love this for days when I wanted my makeup to look a little bit more natural. And what I loved more than anything about this is there's something about this curved brush and the fact that you don't get a ton of product on here, even when it was full, that made this the best lower lash mascara, which is something I've been discovering. Some of my favorite mascaras aren't necessarily great for the lower lashes. I'm usually in too much of a hurry to pull out a separate mascara for my lower lashes, but I get why people do it because there's some mascaras that are awesome for the upper lashes and terrible for the lower lashes. All right, you guys, so that is it for my trash. Those are all of the products that I have used up over the last 6 to 12 months. I know these have been accumulating for a while. I should really try to be a little bit more diligent about collecting my trash from my bathroom and maybe doing this a little bit more often. Let me know if you guys enjoy these types of videos. I have only more recently gotten into watching empties videos, and part of me, I never really wanted to do them because I feel like my empties are not quite as sexy as some people's empties. But then I realized, Mandy, that's stupid. A lot of people don't buy everything from Sephora and Ulta, and there's nothing wrong with buying Equate Beauty brand. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was helpful for you guys and interesting to see what I actually use in my everyday life. If you guys have any thoughts on any of these products, I'd love to hear them down in the comments below. And of course, let me know if you guys want to continue to see these every, I don't know, realistically probably every 6 months at the most. But for today, that is everything I have for you guys. Thank you guys again for joining me. I hope that you guys are doing well. One more reminder, hit that subscribe button before you leave, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye. So I kind of think the best way to do this is to dump this out on my floor. Oh crap. That's a bad idea. Which is what this one. Dang it. How many of you, when your lotion is almost gone and you have like that last tiny bit left, will put it upside down and then get the rest out of the lid? Do you guys bother to do that, or do you toss it thinking that's too much trouble? I scrape out every last ounce. This one is literally, it looks like someone licked it out. It's totally clean.